The ASEAN Convention Against Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children, requires states parties to consider not holding victims liable for unlawful acts they commit that directly relate to their trafficking. This is called the non-punishment principle. All ASEAN member states are party to the convention, and most have enacted domestic legislation to give effect to this principle. But in reality, across the ASEAN region and elsewhere around the world, victims of trafficking are often treated as offenders rather than being protected as victims. Offences for which victims may be prosecuted include immigration-related offences where they enter or remain or work irregularly in a country. Victims have also been prosecuted for prostitution-related offences, including in cases where they're trafficked into sexual exploitation. And they may be punished for other crimes too, including, for instance, drug-related offences where traffickers exploit them in criminal activities. Against this backdrop, and in the midst of growing international concern about this issue, the ASEAN-Australia Counter Trafficking Program conducted a study into the implementation of the non-punishment principle in the ASEAN region. Across several months, research was carried out involving roundtable discussions with almost 200 government and non-governmental stakeholders. The study brings together their insights on the challenges and the best practices in implementing this non-punishment principle. It also offers a series of recommendations across all stages of the criminal justice process. Ideally, victims of trafficking are of course identified as victims and will never enter the criminal justice process as offenders. But where safeguards fail and they do enter the criminal justice process, there are opportunities in place for prosecutors, defence attorneys, and even members of the judiciary to ensure that victims are protected from further punishment in the criminal justice system. The ASEAN-Australia Counter Trafficking Program is grateful to all the stakeholders across the region who participated in this study and looks forward to supporting their ongoing efforts to ensure that victims are protected as victims and are not treated as offenders.